A5. I haven't made myself an A5 cover yet, so I'm using this one, which is one I have in the shop for sale. It's beautiful leather. It feels a lot like Midori leather, if you're familiar with how the Midoris feel. It does mark a bit too, so if you want the character and that type of thing, well, this is going to wear like that because it's beautiful leather. Hope it's not too bright in here. I've got all the windows open. Yep, so anyway, here you've got an extra pocket. I'll take that book out. So it slides in underneath the cream pocket, and then you've got an extra pocket, which that could be divided up into credit cards, and your cards could slide in there if you wanted to. A similar sort of thing in the weeks, so the weeks could be like that. So I'm going to be, I bought the AVEC in A5 as well too, because I bought just the cousin, because I needed it obviously for photography. And then I thought, okay, maybe it wouldn't be so bulky if I bought the AVEC, because it's split into 2 months. But the major thing that put me off with the AVEC is that there's no week on 2 pages. None whatsoever. In the cousin, you have your yearly, your 2015. Yep, so it's got 4 months on 2 pages. 1, 2, 3, 6 months on 2 pages. So that's your year for 2015. Then your monthly start in December, which again is another reason why I want to use this as opposed to the AVEC, because that starts in January. So I've got December that I can plan my month out on, and it goes through to March, I think. 2000 and gone past. It goes through to March 2016. Then your week on 2 page starts as of the 29th of December. So then that's your weeks on 2 pages, which goes through to the first few days of January 2016. Then your dailies start for December, which again is another thing that it's 2 days per page, but that's not a problem, just for December. And then you get to January, and that's when the start of your day per page, right through until December. Yep, right through till December. So that's what swayed me between the cousin and the AVEC in A5. Because, as I said, you have no weeklies, and I don't understand why, because there's so many blank pages in the back. Look at them all. They could have easily put weeklies in, and it made it a little bit fatter, but it wouldn't have been a drama. So pretty much in the front is pretty much standard, except for, that's your 2015, so your year. And then it starts straight in January, there's no December. And then you go from your month on 2 pages straight into your dailies for January. No week on 2 pages. So that's why I won't be using this. Because at the moment I really feel that I'm going to need my weekly tracking. And you know, you've got all these spare pages in the back. So maybe it's not, although the cousin and the AVEC are both Japanese, I was going to say maybe it's not a Japanese thing for them to track weeklies, but both books are Japanese, so obviously you won't be able to read the quotes in either of them. But and I also decided to get, I got the pack of A5 notebooks. You get 2 in a pack. So you get 2 in a pack, and they're 40 pages each, which is really cool. It's the same size grid, there's no difference in grid obviously because they're both Japanese. There isn't an English version and a Japanese version. Yeah, and there's 40 pages each in the books, and you get 2 in a pack, and they were the same price, $5.50 Australian, so just under $5 US for the pack. So I suppose if you did get the AVEC and you wanted to track weekly, you could either buy the weeks book, this one, or maybe carry that with you, or if you want to keep it all in one book, you could always track your weeks in one of these, because they do quite easily just slip in, because they're actually a little bit smaller than the book, tiny bit. So there's room in there, and if you wanted any additional notes or anything that you don't think is going to be able to be tracked in the one book, at least it's all in one place, so you'd be able to do that quite easily. And the difference in price between the Cousin and the AVEC for me was about $2, that's all. So it's not a major difference. There is a bit of a difference in price with the A6s between the English version and the AVEC. It's actually dearer to buy the English version, it was $3 more. And the Japanese version of the A6 all-in-one book planner, the Techo, is cheaper again. That would have only cost me $22 if I went for the Japanese version, but I thought I might as well have the English version. So there it is. That's my take on it and how I'm going to be using it. I'll definitely be using the yearly planner, because it's all daily, which is really cool. You could track some things on here that you do daily or that you need to do daily, or if you want to plot some sort of track as far as I have to take my blood pressure every day, so you could mark that if you did take it or you didn't take it, or it was up or it was down, or you know, things like that. Or you could use it for birthdays. Yeah, there's lots of things you could use that for, so I think that's going to be great. I'm going to use that. Then your months, which starts in December, which is really cool because I can definitely start using this one on the 1st, which is great. So there's your monthlies, so you know, you can put all sorts of things in here when bills are due, and then, you know, transfer it over into your weeklies or your dailies. You know, yeah, birthdays again, when gifts have to be bought. There's all sorts of things. You guys know what you're doing, so you know, there's heaps of things you can use it for. And then onto your, so it goes through to March, your monthlies, and then your weeklies, you've only got the last few days of December, but that's no big deal. But then your weeklies, you know, that's broken down into hours. If you had to advance book appointments and things like that, and you didn't want to have to go flicking through looking for the day, you could just jot it down on here. So you can track all sorts of things on the weekly as well. And then on your dailies, which start in December, I've said that about 4 times, but I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, on your, it's a 2 days per page just for December, but not a problem. I can squeeze my stuff in there for December, I'll put up with it, and then January you've got heaps of room. You've got your times down here. I don't have a lot of appointments because I work from home. So my appointments are quite rare, so I won't be using the appointment thing down the side, and I do what I want when I want, sort of thing, what time of the day, so that, you know, that's not a problem. So yeah, there's going to be heaps of room on your day per page, and you can decorate over your quotes if you don't necessarily want to see them as they're in Japanese. I think they look quite pretty just with the characters as they are. Yep, so there we go. I hope that's been enlightening a tad, but yep, I was quite surprised that the AVEC didn't come with the week on 2 pages, which is the reason why I'll be using that one. So I hope that helped. Any questions, give us or if you need the breakdown of something else or a comparison of, because I tend to have all the bits and pieces, just leave a message in the comments below. Thanks very much.